Look, our friends out there in Today All Day land, I hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. This is Today in 30.
Yeah, you know how we do it. It's our special blend of all the things that you love across all 4 hours of our show, broken down into a single half-hour little nugget for you. So what's up?
All right, here's what we got. The growing concerns over the rapid spread of the Delta variant that's causing COVID cases to rise around the country. It's all prompting new debate over new vaccine and mask mandates.
Then we're going to talk to Sue Bird, the 2 Olympic athletes just revealed as Team USA's flag bearers at the opening ceremony.
Plus, I have an exclusive conversation with a special group of women who just made history in Major League Baseball.
And the incredible transformation that you will have to see to believe. We're going to talk to the trainer behind that viral video on how she did it and her advice for others.
And if you're feeling hungry, you're going to want to tune in for this one. Award-winning chef Marcus Samuelsson. He'll join us for some delicious fish recipes.
It's a lot. We got a lot that we squeeze into 30 minutes.
Should we get started?
Let's do it. It's time for Today in 30.
We are going to begin, guys, with those new warnings, the new warnings about COVID and the highly contagious Delta variant. On Wednesday, the nation's top health officials testified before Congress, and things did get heated at times. This as confusion grows over new vaccine and mask mandates. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is in New York's Times Square with the very latest. Hey, Gabe, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. Here in New York City, the mayor is expected to announce today that all employees at city-run hospitals must be vaccinated or get weekly COVID tests. Now, this all comes as the CDC is revealing troubling new numbers about the Delta variant, and that is prompting new health measures across the country.
This morning, the CDC is sounding the alarm about the highly contagious Delta variant, saying it now accounts for 83% of new COVID infections nationwide.
In some parts of the country, the percentage is even higher, particularly in areas of low vaccination rates.
The nation's top pandemic officials testifying on Capitol Hill Tuesday with some heated exchanges.
Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly, and I want to say that officially.
Also in Washington, a fully vaccinated White House staffer and an aide to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi testing positive for the virus. This as confusion and anger grow over new mandates requiring masks and vaccines. Today, the mayor of New York City will announce that all city employees at city-run hospitals must get vaccinated or submit to weekly COVID testing. It joins San Francisco, which mandated vaccines for all city employees last month. A growing number of school districts will require masks this fall after the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended students wear them in school, even if vaccinated, creating an uproar among some parents.
We were under the impression with the vaccine, you would no longer have to be wearing your mask.
The problem is schools can't tell who's vaccinated and who's not, and that's why they're putting in these policies.
These new rules prompted by alarming virus spread, the country averaging more than 1,000 new infections every hour. In 22 states, cases have skyrocketed more than 100% in the last 2 weeks. In 9 states, deaths have surged 80% or more. In southern states like Louisiana, only 36% of the population is fully vaccinated. John Bartucci is finally getting the shot he put off for months.
What was kind of holding you back before?
Honestly, I just didn't see the need for it. You know, I just thought, well, I'm young and healthy.
But some are pushing back against the new mandates. 9 states have already barred public schools from requiring students to be vaccinated.
To force kids to wear masks or to be vaccinated against their parents' wishes, I don't know. I don't think we should be doing that as a government.
48 hours from now, the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games will be underway.
We are pumped, man. Earlier we revealed actually the 2 athletes chosen as flag bearers for Team USA, and here they are. Eddie Alvarez, he earned a silver medal in Sochi as a speed skater. By the way, he also happens to be a baseball player. He is competing for Team USA. We actually wanted to interview Eddie on our show, but as we speak, he is flying to Tokyo. But here's what happened when he found out.
Eddie, come on up here, man. You are our official flag bearer of the United States of America, kid. Hey! Let's go, kid.
It means everything to me. To be able to lead Team USA is an absolute honor. It was a lot of sacrifice I've had to make in this life, my athletic career. So, just absolutely incredibly honored, and what a privilege.
Wow.
And you feel the pride there.
Yeah.
Feel the emotion. What a moment for Eddie. And the other flag bearer, none other than legendary basketball star Sue Bird, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. She's competing in her 5th Olympic Games. Sue got the news just a few hours ago.
I'd like to announce that Sue will be the flag bearer for Team USA.
And there she is. Sue Bird with us this morning from Good morning.
Good morning.
You mean good evening?
That's true. Good evening. That's a good point. Here's the thing, Sue. I mean, this isn't an honor that's handed out by some committee. This is something that's voted on by your fellow Team USA athletes. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think that's the best part, to be honest. To have your peers be the one to kind of see your career and pick you to be the one to lead us in. And people always ask me what my favorite Olympic moment is, and it's always been that in 2004, my teammate at the time, who's now my coach, Dawn Staley, she was selected as the flag bearer.
Oh, that's right.
And we got to be in the front with her, and that's always been my favorite moment, outside of winning, obviously. So to actually be named that now is mind-blowing.
Sue, we are so pumped for you. What an honor. And usually when someone hears good news, they make a first phone call. They have to call somebody to say, oh, my God, guess what? It's me. I know someone who you love and adore. She's a fellow Olympian, a fellow gold medalist, and she also, happens to be your fiancée, Megan Rapinoe. And did you get a chance to tell her? I know she's been playing, but have you had a chance to tell her what happened?
I have. When I was first told, everybody was sleeping. I tried to text. They were all sleeping. I didn't catch them. So I did text Megan right away. As you said, she was getting ready for a game, but I was able to share the news. She already knew. She already knew.
Of course she did.
Like, how did you know?
Well, because it had to be you. That's why.
I wish that was the answer.
Sue, you're on the verge of making history once again. There's never been a basketball player, male or female, to win 5 gold medals. What would that 5th gold medal mean to you?
I mean, it would mean everything. But I have to say, I'd be remiss not to bring up Diana Taurasi. We saw in the video, she was able to share the news with me. She's also here for a 5th time, also going for a 5th gold medal. You know, USA basketball has been so dominant, but to be able to do it with my best friend, Dee, and, even though I'm going to be the one holding that flag, she's with me right next to me as always. You know, we've done this together. So that's what actually makes this 5th gold medal that much more special.
And just quickly,
hopefully,
yeah, well, of course it will. Sue, just before we let you go, we know a lot of folks there. COVID is a big story there. We've watched some of your fellow athletes come down with it and have to isolate. What's the feeling among your basketball team, and how are you dealing with it?
We take the protocols really seriously. We're not staying in the village, so it is a little bit of a different experience for us. We're in a hotel. We can't really leave. We like to think that our Wubble season last year prepared us, but this might even be worse. We really just can't leave the hotel. We're here for one reason. It's to play basketball. Hopefully we can find some time to maybe play Phase 10 or Uno, something like that to keep things fresh. But otherwise, I think we're just trying to be as safe as possible like everybody else.
Hey, Sue. We love you. We're so happy it's you, and we can't wait to see you in Tokyo.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
It had to be Sue.
It had to be.
Thanks for staying up.
Wandered around.
That's Roker singing.
Rebound.
That's Roker.
It had to be Sue.
She likes it.
She's slamming and done.
Come on now.
She ain't nobody's
I'm working on that next time. I'll get there.
It had to be Sue. It had to be Sue. Wonderful Sue.
Wow.
Love you, Sue.
That might be the highlight now. That might be the highlight.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, it could be, yeah. Go get him, Sue.
Thank you for having me on.
Back now with the 5 women who just last night made Major League Baseball history. Sarah Langs, Heidi Watney, and Lauren Gardner are here with me in studio. Melanie Newman and Alana Rizzo, they're with us too. First of all, gang, it's so good to see you together. I'm so proud of you, what you did last night. Heidi, did y'all have any pregame discussion? Did you put the hands in and say, okay, ladies? What did y'all say before you started?
This was getting so much attention from so many people that it surprised all of us, because this is our job. This is what we do. And I think because we were getting so much attention and pulled in so many different directions before the broadcast, I sent a little text out to everyone and said, just remember, you're here because you love the game. And that's what fans want to see, the joy you have for the sport that they love.
Wow. Melanie, you did it. I just wonder if you've had a minute to sit with it. It was an historical night. It was something that people are going to remember. Now that you've had a moment to reflect, what is going through you?
Well, Hoda, full transparency, a lot of coffee is going through me right now. I had to get back to Baltimore because we have game 3 at noon today. So I got back in around 3:30. We're up getting to talk to you, and then literally as soon as we finish this, I'll take off for the park and get on the headset for that. So I think after the final out today, I might finally get some time to really digest it and look back at it. I got to have a late night call with my dad, and he got to talk about it because he was playing it while he was at work. And was just reflecting really on the journey that they've watched me go through from the minor leagues to this point. So hasn't fully hit yet, but I'm excited to be able to look back at it.
Alana, when Savannah and I co-anchored together, they made a big deal of it being the first all-women team. They were like, oh, my gosh, it's an all-women team. And I remember thinking, well, we would have worked together. It would have fit because we fit like puzzle pieces, whether we were a man or a woman or green or red or white. It didn't really even matter. But one thing did matter, and that showed little girls that it's possible, that it is possible and it's normal. Did that thought occur to you when you were out there?
Well, Hoda, first of all, thanks for being with us today. It's such an honor to be with you. And you know what it's like to have to break barriers and pave the way as well. So you can certainly relate to the story. And I think that it's so important for us to recognize the moment of we have an important job to do, and we have an opportunity to be able to open some doors for some young women that may not have realized that this was, in fact, a career path and a choice that they could do. I didn't grow up doing play-by-play or talking about games in the mirror and listening to myself. I got into this game very late at 28 years old when I went back to school to get a master's in journalism. So it is never too late to follow your dream. And if we can impress on one young woman, or to Lauren's point, one young man that there's an opportunity out there, then I think we've done our job. But at the end of the day, the 5 of us collectively have earned this right. We have the resumes to be there. And at some point, we need to take gender out of the equation and just say, you know what, this is a quality broadcast team, not a quality female broadcast team.
Go, go, go. That was awesome. Lauren, who told you that you were good? Who did you look at and say, I want to be like that person? Was there somebody when you were just starting out who gave you the confidence and courage?
And Alana and I were talking about this, and all of us, we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the men who empowered us and supported us along the way, whether they were in positions of power or they were fellow colleagues. And we kind of called them like our guardian angels. And I was always making sure that I would pass that along and pay it forward. But it was a lot of those people, and I'll never forget, I had a boss in my previous job who, for so long I had been painted into that corner, and we've all discussed this of being a reporter, because that's the only place for a woman in this industry. And he said, no, you're going to be hosting the post games and intermissions for the Colorado Avalanche, which is a hockey team. And, at first I was like, I don't know if I can do this because I haven't seen it that often. And then they put me in that position, and you just kind of relax and you do it and you get into the flow because you're just doing what you love. And that was so empowering.
Sarah, you do the color commentary. That's a big job. And I know that it was a big deal for you, but it was also a big deal for your mom. For your mom to see you last night. Tell me what that meant to her.
Absolutely. My mother, my parents are both huge sports fans. I grew up just watching sports. That's really all I watched. And my mother, growing up, wanted to be the next Lon Simmons or Russ Hodges. Those are 2 legendary giants in announcers, excuse me. She's a San Francisco Giants fan. And she wanted to do that, but at the time when she was young, that was not really a realistic career path. And I didn't actually know this until a couple years ago, but it turns out I'm living out her dream. And I didn't really know that when I was really starting to go down this path.
So you didn't know that that's something that she wanted. What'd she say to you after the broadcast?
Oh, my gosh. She was just so excited. She said we all did such a great job, and she loves baseball. So any game is amazing, but from us, it was outstanding.
And Heidi, you got 2 little ones. I mean, do they realize what Mom did last night? Do they have any idea what went down?
Well, the baby is about 7 months old.
Okay.
And my 3-year-old, I was playing an interview for the Nightly News with Lester Holt that we did prior to the game, and he's like, Mommy! So they don't quite get, the gravity of the situation, but I feel proud that I did this, and I hope someday they look and say, wow, Mommy was a part of that. That is really cool and something to just be proud of.
Hey, Today in 30. My name is Lucy Bergen. I'll be on the show shortly. But before I wanted to share something with you for my morning routine. Every morning I wake up and I come to my journal and I write out a list of things that I am grateful for. I like getting in the mindset of being motivational, grateful, and overall just positive. And I think coming to my journal and just getting my thoughts emptied onto a page is super helpful for me.
This morning on Take It Off Today, an incredible transformation on TikTok. Her weight loss video went viral with 12 million views. Take a look at this.
Yeah, it was last November when certified fitness trainer Lucy Bergen started recording her weight loss journey, taking a daily image of herself wearing the same outfit, and she did it in an effort to inspire herself to get healthy. She did it for 6 months and lost a total of 35 pounds. And then, she posted it to TikTok, and the rest is digital history. Lucy Bergen joins us now from Tampa, Florida. Lucy, what a cool idea. And now, here we are, some 12 million views later, and you were showing up on good days, on bad days. What were you telling yourself when you were looking in the mirror, taking those pictures, taking those videos?
What was I telling myself? I just kept telling myself that it wasn't a short-term goal. It wasn't a diet. It was a lifestyle change. And that's what's so important. And I love this video because it shows my bad days. It shows the days that I was bloating, or you can even see in my face if I had a rough day. And that's what life is. It's not about going on a diet and trying to lose 20 pounds in a week. It's not about the weight. It's about your mental health. And you can see in this video also, it's little changes at a time. I didn't even notice my transformation until I put everything together.
I bet. So this all started for so many people gaining weight during COVID, putting on a few extra pounds. And then over 6 months, you lost 35 pounds. So how did you do it? What were your tips? And what advice do you have for others trying to lose some weight?
All right. So my biggest piece of advice would be to get a friend or someone that you can have accountability with. My best friend and I did it together, and we kept each other accountable. And so because of that, we were able to almost make a challenge out of it. And when it comes to that, it really helped me. And then when it comes to diet and working out, I was lifting heavy at first and eating carbs, proteins, things like that. Something that's actually really awesome is in the fitness world, we're taught, especially as women, that we should be eating 1,200 calories or even less. And I've had clients come to me saying they're eating about 500 calories a day. And what they don't know is that actually slows down your metabolism. And you need a certain amount of calories to have your body function properly. Just like you need to put gas into a car for it to run, you need to have in your body for your body to burn fat.
Yeah, Lucy, I would think when you work out, a lot of us see these trainers and they're all buff and they're in great shape. I think it would be more inspirational to be working out with somebody like you who's had the challenges themselves and knows what it's like for the rest of us to try to get back into shape.
Yes, sir. That's actually, I worked at a gym in New Jersey. And I specifically chose that gym because I knew that everyone coming to me was brand new to the fitness world. And I can't tell you the amount of conversations I would have with these amazing people who would come in and they would give me their why. their reason why they wanted to change. I mean, I had people telling me that they wanted to be a good example for their children or be able to fit in a pair of jeans for their honeymoon. And these reasons, like, you could tell they were so special to in every individual that would come in and talk to me. And I sat and cried with some of these people because I've been there. And it is so hard to get started on this journey when you think that you're too far gone.
Lucy, thank you.
Hi, Chef Marcus Samuelsson here at the beautiful Marcus restaurant in Bahamar, right here in Bahamas. Can't wait to teach you guys how to cook fish. Beautiful snapper dish coming up. I hope you guys will love it. Remember, you cook fish this summer, make sure you put sushi grade, you can buy the best fish, it should be beautiful, go straight into a nice hot pan. I'm going to show you all about it coming up later at the 10 o'clock hour on today's show.
Okay, if you love fish like we do, but you don't love cooking in your own kitchen, this is a one-and-done dish for you.
Marcus Samuelsson is leading our lesson. Right now, guess what, guys? He's in the Bahamas, where his new restaurant, Marcus at Bahamar Fish and Chop House, that opened last week in Nassau. We are so excited for you, Marcus. We just keep looking at you going, we want to be there. We want to be there. And look at this view. I mean, is this a dream? Are you, like, living your dream, Marcus?
Wait. I'm here. I'm going to give you a masterclass. Look at this beautiful view. You guys should come down here.
Yes.
We should film it from here, right?
We would love
Marcus
to.
is never going to leave the Bahamas.
Have you always wanted to
When
open?
you're in Bahamas, you want to eat seafood. I want to open here in Bahamas. This is an incredible view. We have a beautiful restaurant, Marcus at Bahamar. And I'm going to teach you how to cook beautiful seafood because that's what you want to eat. Obviously, conch is something that is incredible. But we also have fresh snapper. And anytime you cook a fish, you want to make sure you pat it dry. You don't want to put a super dry fish in the pan. We start with oil, and then the key is actually to mix oil and butter, and that's what we're going to do right here. By the way, I know you're not looking at me. I know you're checking out the view. I know what's going on here.
Oil and butter. Yum.
Yes. You want to mix the two. You start with the oil for the heat, and then you start the butter for the flavor of the fish, right? You start with the skin side down, and I'm using my fish spatula, but I'm flipping it. Not this way, I'm flipping it. And then I can just flip the skin. And now the fish is done. I'm going to squeeze lemon juice.
Wow.
Did you get that?
Yes.
I had to show off. You know. So I know you got a rum drink going on there right now, right? You got a rum drink going on, right?
We wish we did.
Are in the Bahamas. Well, that's why you got to come down here. All right. So my fish, look at that, guys, how beautiful that fish is. Golden brown. I'm tossing it with a light salad of fresh tomatoes. These tomatoes are actually from a farm right here in the island. That's what we work with here. Work with a lot of local producers. I'm just going to put a little bit of tomato, fennel, fresh herb, and this incredible, beautiful tomato water. And I know what I'm going to have. Look at that. Check this out. Isn't it beautiful?
Marcus.
Gorgeous.
That is Can we ask you, you flipped that fish over. It didn't break up into 100 pieces, which is what usually happens when we cook fish. So how did you make sure it stayed in one whole piece, either there or on the grill?
Yes. Love that. That's a great question. So when you buy the fish, whatever you're going to do, you have the sushi quality of fish, right? And then the key is really here. When you get it, when it's butchered, you put it on a little cloth like this, so it's super dry. Put it in a pan with a little bit of oil, skin side down. And then it takes about 2 minutes to get that beautiful crisp. You add in the butter, and then you flip it. So firm fish, hot pan is the key to that.
Marcus, also, we alluded to this in the intro, but, you know, some people, and I have to admit, I'm one of them, are timid about cooking fish indoors because it kind of smells up.
Fish. The fish is, of course, fresh.
Yeah.
And I just can't wait to have you guys come down here to Bahamar at the Bahamas to check out the Marcus restaurant.
We can't wait.
Marcus, we're so happy for you. I know we're having a little audio issues, but you know what? You look good.
Yes.
It looks like heaven, and we'd love to be out there with you. To get this recipe.
Thank you, Marcus.
Go to today.com/food. Enjoy. Please come back to New York.
Yes,
Don't leave
we
us
miss
here.
you.
All right, that was pretty good. And tomorrow we got another big show for you. Our exclusive conversation with Meghan Trainor, her husband Daryl, and their cute little baby. We'll talk about a lot.
All right, so we'll see you bright and early Thursday morning.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.